Alright YouTube, back with another video. This is a continuation of the Wednesday video, which I'm actually rendering at this moment. I figured I would go ahead and show something a little different. I know I said I was going to hook up a hook so that I could use my strop, but I remembered that since my 40mm ammo can was used for knife storage, I glued a piece of leather onto the top, which is a strop. So this is what we're going to go ahead and use to strop the blades that I just sharpened. Let's see. I've got some just regular buffing compound that I think I got this from Harbor Freight. It's not the greatest, but it actually should do the job quite well. I'm going to turn this around and get this coated. You don't need very much, just enough to kind of cover up the leather just a little bit. Alright, so we're going to call that good. And I'm going to start with this one. I kind of want a little bit of an angle so I can kind of go a little straightish. And this is the same thing. I'm wanting to avoid damaging that piece of steel, so I'm doing the main edge and the tip in two different sections. And then I will go ahead and go back against this edge just a little bit. Almost there. By God, I think we've got it. Yeah, that feels really good. I would shave some hair off my arm, but I'm already going bald, so I'm not doing that. Yeah, this is nice. And we'll do the smoke jumper, get that done. I used to take some leather and glue it to like 1x4s or what have you. I would even make my own stropping sticks and put them in the packs, which I'm not really sure where a lot of those ended up. I can always make more. It's not a bad thing to carry with you in your pack should you need them, because a lot of times when you use your knife, it doesn't always need to go through a full-on sharpening. A A lot of times just stropping will be enough to return the edge. Yeah, that's nice. That's a good edge right there. Could use a little bit more. And with this, I'm sure everybody's stropped a knife before, but you can see that I'm going backwards. I'm not doing this to strop the blade. I'm going backwards to try to remove the burr off of the edge. Yeah, that got it. That's perfect. We'll go ahead and call that good. I'm going to set this here for right now. And I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit more compound on the leather. That should do it. And that white compound is a really, really fine grit. It's almost like 2400 grit sandpaper. It's a little bit less than what I would like to use for stropping, but it does work. You can see it's already turned black, so it is removing some material. Yeah, that feels good. A little bit more and we've got it. That's it. We've got it right there. That's perfect. Now I'm not pressing on the edge and going this way. There was some buffing compound that I was getting off of there. That's all that was. Yeah, this feels really good. These are done. Okay, so these blades were in another area. I had them put away because, well, frankly, 3 of these I won't be using. I'm pulling 2 of them so that I can use them, as well as an Opinel that will be getting put into a pack. This one was an everyday carry for a while, and I'm gonna actually get back to carrying this because this is one that my stepdaughter got me for my first Christmas here in Kentucky. And oh boy, what happened? Looks like the other video is going to be taking quite a bit longer. The knife sharpening video that I just put up on Wednesday is giving me fits. I might have to empty some space. This sucks. I got an error, so here we go. Try this again. Let's just call it untitled. let it go. Alright. Okay, as I was saying, this is a Benchmade Greg Thompson design. It's the SOCP blade, and she even had it engraved, which I thought was cool. But this actually proved to be a pretty good EDC blade. This is one that I'm going to pull out of there, and I'm going to carry it a little bit more. Now, it was set up, it had some cordage to be used as a neck knife, but with the belt clip here, I can just slide it into my pocket and it's there, and I can just pull it out and, as needed. It's a pretty good blade. And this is a Tops Nook. This is a non-metallic blade. I've got a few of these. These actually have proven useful in the field as far as part of the mess kit. I like those. Okay, so now to the part of the video that I think you would be interested in. Alright, so these are the Southwest Hunter knives, except for this one. This is the Southwest Trapper. There has not been another one of these made yet. Maybe in the future there will be, but this was made by Scorpion Knives, as was this one. So these two are the ones that I'm going to go back to carrying and using. These three are one of a kind. I will not be using these. I'm going to probably put these in a shadow box. We'll see what happens. These are an updated version of the Southwest Hunter that I had contacted a knife company to see if they would work with me on another knife line. So we updated the design to see if we could move forward. This is a burlap micarta handle. This is cocobolo. And this is linen micarta, which is actually textured. The company that I was going to be working with was Geotech Knives. We spent some time talking, going over a few things, and when I got these, I asked, would you like me to post these to my Arizona Bushman Facebook page, which I don't have that page anymore. I deleted it. And I wanted to see what kind of interest would be drummed up by posting those. There was a lot of interest. A lot of people were excited to see these blades come out. Unfortunately, I had gotten news that Geotech had decided not to work with me. Someone had contacted them and turned them off from working with me. They never came to fruition, and I actually think I know who it was that contacted them. It's one of three people. I'm not going to say who, but I've got a pretty good idea as to who it was. And that's unfortunate, because these turned out to be absolutely fantastic. These turned out to be gorgeous blades. These were made with 1075 high carbon steel, and they're 3/16 inch thick. These, I forget exactly what steel they were. It's whatever Geotech commonly uses. And they're slightly thinner. The blade profile and the blade geometry lended for an easier sharpening experience, as well as much more user friendly. you are really able to carve with these blades a lot better than with these two. Not that these two weren't good, just slightly better with these. So these three blades I've actually started calling the blades that never were. It's an unfortunate story. It kind of goes along with the death of my YouTube channel, and even with my Arizona Bushman Mini Ulu being all messed up from the factory. It was there was a series of events there that didn't go well. However, we have moved past all that, and being able to have blades with my name on them made by a knife company was probably one of the best experiences I've had the whole time I was doing YouTube. It's just unfortunate that these will never see the light of day. I'm going to go ahead and put an edge on these two. They're not dull. They're just not hair-popping sharp. So I'm going to put an edge on those, and I'm going to put these three away. Alright, I'm going to start with the medium stone on this one. There we go. Get my rag back here because it will be needed. And here we go, more sharpening. I just love that sound. There was a couple of places that the blade was having a little bit more friction on the stone than in other areas. One was right here, and the other was right here. It's not doing it now, so the stone has removed those blemishes. Ooh, that's a lot of friction. There we go. All right, it's working. Oh yeah, beauty. Since I'm going to do the same with both, I'm going to go ahead and use the medium stone, and then I'll move down to the fine stone. Yeah, it's the same with this. I can feel the metal and the friction loosening up just a little bit, making the blade easier to glide across the stone. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, and we're going to switch over to the fine stone. So getting a lot of my gear ready to be used again, granted, there were some knives that I was leaning towards, and those are the ones that I kept handy. Now that I'm packing up a lot of my gear, getting it more organized, and going through and fixing damages, replacing stuff that's broken, whatever the case may be, I'm getting back to where I'm using my older blades more, which I'm finding that to be a good thing. Alright, here we go. Wow, no friction. That medium stone did a really good job on that. And a lot of these blades aren't taking an extreme amount of work to get back into a good working order. And to be honest with you, I'm not sure why the edge feels so much different than it did when I put them away. So when I put them away, they were still hair popping sharp, but now that I'm pulling them out, they aren't. Storage should not affect the edge of the blade, but it seems to be doing just that. There we go. Some of that ran down onto the handle. Oh yeah. Beauty. Okay, so now let's get this one. Get this one good and sharp. Now the sheaths to these, I'm probably not going to do anything with those. I don't think I need to upgrade the sheaths. I kind of like the way they are as they are. So I'll probably leave them alone. Ooh. That removed the burr. All right. Oh yeah. There we go. Okay. Now we're going to strop. All right, here we go. Put some compound on the piece of leather. Okay, start with the Southwest Hunter. I'm going to turn this to where I can get a good angle on it. There we go. Once you've been doing this for so long, it's interesting how you can feel what's going on as you're moving along. Oh yeah, that sucker's sharp. Yep, there we go. We got it. Okay. Now the Southwest Trapper. Yep. There we go. Okay, so as I was saying, the sheaths I'm probably not going to do anything to. I kind of like the way they are. They just rest right there on the belt with a flap to cover the blade to keep it from falling out. These are pretty secure as they are, so I'm probably not going to do any modifications. If anything, I may add a drain hole to the bottom. I'll see if I can find a drill bit the right size and just kind of drill through to put a drain hole in the bottom. And from there, I may drill out this hole a little more so I can put a piece of cordage, like a leg tie, even though it doesn't need to be tied. Having extra cordage on the sheath itself would be a good thing. And that's probably all that I'm going to do to these sheaths. This discoloration, that's actually blood. That's my blood. I remember when I took these out and tested them, I accidentally cut myself with them. So I thought, why not christen the knife that I just got that cut me? Anoint it, so to speak. So that's what I did. These are, in my opinion, really nice sheaths. Now, they're not double stitched. They're not double riveted, which I may end up putting another rivet in them. We'll see what happens. Just in a stress point down here by the bottom. Other than that, this is actually, these are made of English leather over in England. And I think they did a fantastic job. Beautiful sheaths. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you soon.